Hi guys, it's Mayla and I am back in my garden today. I'm here in Tennessee where our garden is on 8A and it feels so good to be in my garden. This past weekend I spent my entire weekend at my mother-in-law's house and at my mom's house. A little bit in the beginning here, but I'm back in my garden today. I just logged off work and I'm ready to get planting. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I have. It never fails. I went into this season saying that, I just had a handful of plants that I needed to purchase, and everything else was going to be from my own garden. I was going to divide some plants and spread around, and I wasn't going to spend too much money this year. Well, it's not a lot to some people, but it is a lot to others. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I have done lately within the past week or two, and we're going to plant a couple of these today. All right. So here are a few of the things that I have not already potted up into plants or into the ground. Like maybe Thursday I was at Home Depot and I bought 2 of these drift roses because I have a place that I'm going to put them, and I'll show you. And I was looking for the apricot, and they had the apricot. I was going to get them last year, and then for my front flower bed, then I kind of decided against that. And so I saw them because I have somewhere else I want to put them, and I saw them at Home Depot, and I said, okay, they're $17, $16.98. I'll get 2 of them. So I got 2 of them, went to the register. The girl rang it up, and she told me my total was like 21 something, almost $22. And I was like, I looked, and each one of them rang up for $10. And I said, can you add 2 more of those? She said, sure. So I purchased 4 for myself. And then I could not sleep that night thinking about these plants because I had bought all of the 4 apricots that they had, but they had other colors. And so I went back the next day and I got 2 for my mom. And you'll see that in a video, probably the video that you just saw, the last video. So these were $10 each. I believe this is a 1 gallon a 1 gallon pot. And the drift rose, it's like a low growing ground cover rose. I don't see it on here on this sticker, but the drift rose grows anywhere from like 1.5 to 2 feet tall and about 3 to 4 feet wide. So they grow low and mounding kind of ground cover. Got a lot of buds that's about to burst, and and they're very small petite roses, but they're very pretty and floriferous, and they bloom like spring through first frost. Still got some more things over here. I got some mizu that I need to plant in a pot. This is a trailing plant that I've been wanting to try. I've never tried. I got some dianthus that I'm going to get in the ground, but that won't be today. I got some Gaura that I'm going to get in the ground. If we have time today, that will be, but that may be another day. This Gaura I'm going to plant. I already planted 2 of these. This is the Graceful White Gaura by Monrovia. I already planted 2. I went back and got a 3rd one, and we're gonna put this next to the other 2 today. I got some lamium that I'm gonna put back over in my shade. Some more dianthus, a new hosta that I've never seen before that looks nice. So yeah, we're gonna get a few things. Oh. So I know you guys have heard me say I was completely done with butterfly bushes. I wasn't trying it again. I've killed enough of them. They do not survive in my landscape. Well, This is one that I purchased, the Puxter Amethyst, and I've really been wanting to try the Amethyst because I've heard that this is the one that has the largest leaf structure, and I love those lavender purple blooms. I've been wanting to try this one, but the previous ones that I've purchased have all been quart size, and for some reason I cannot get them to live in ground, in pot, whatever. So I decided I'm gonna try one more time, but I'm gonna buy a much more mature plant. So I have these 2-gallon ones that I found at Home Depot, and again, this is the Puxter Amethyst. And I am going to take these around to where we're going to plant these and show you guys what we're gonna do. All right, let's get with it. All right, guys, so this is where we're gonna be working today. Right outside of my bedroom bay window, my sitting room. This is where I have my sugar tip trees. There's one in front of each little small window, one there and then one there. And then this, if you guys remember, where I have my lavender, the only one that I could keep alive in the pot, I am going to put the water barrel here that we're going to tap into that gutter downspout, and we're going to put a water barrel right here in the center. So I'm gonna leave that pot there for right now until we put the water barrel there. But on both sides, I originally had planned on putting the azaleas here because I have 2 azaleas there. My air conditioning unit just cut on, so I hope you can hear me. I have 2 azaleas there, and I was going to buy 2 more and put there, but I have changed all of that. I'm going to rip out those 2 azaleas and put on the other side of my house where I have the other azaleas. Just add to that swoop. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put one Puxter Amethyst, like a little bit to the inside of the corner. So right where that corner is, we're going to be on the front side, and then on each side of the butterfly bush, we're going to put 1 rose in front of it. Not in front of it, but it's closer to the border and on each side of the butterfly bush over here. And then a water barrel will be right there in the middle with something planted in top of it, trailing down. And then we're going to repeat that. I will have to move this concrete piece. I'm going to have to move that and plant the butterfly bush right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach something to the bottom of that downspout so that water doesn't dump right onto the butterfly bush. So for right now, we're going to go ahead, dig out those 2 azaleas, and then get to planting. All right, I'm going to set you guys up and let's see what we can get done.
When I look out the window, I only see my reflection. No memory crescendo, no past year possession. Where did all of our time go? Like a ladder with no bottom, and each rung passing below. I've already forgot them. How did I love you the first time that we realized that we both did? And all of the canyons in my mind were suddenly crossed upon your bridges. How did I used to hold you before you knew that you needed it? If everything always feels new, then what if nothing is? I'm trying to find my way back to where we started. My tired mind holds no maps of the past. If you are the wine, then I'm the headache you part with, leaving us blind while we ever poured the glass. When the rain comes tomorrow and the sun peeks through small cracks, and I'll see you're an echo of a sound I can't get back. Where did all of our time go? What is it that we don't know we're missing? There is no hope in photos if I can't remember the feelings within them. I'm trying to find my way back to where we started. My tired mind holds no maps of the past. If you are the wine, then I'm the headache you part with, leaving us blind while we ever poured the glass. Oh, the saints go marching out with their faces full of doubt that we meant the promises. Well, I can't remember if we did. I'm trying to find my way back to where we started. My tired mind holds no maps of the past. If you are the one, then I'm the headache you part with, leaving us blind while we ever poured the glass. Darling, why did we ever pour the glass?
I am going to dig up this Gaura that I transplanted earlier this spring. This is the pink one, and these two are the white, and I want all three of these to be the same. So I'm going to dig this one up. I'm going to plant the white one, and then I will take this back over to the other bed where the pink ones will be. So here I have the two extra fuchsia carpet um, azaleas that I dug up out of the other garden, and I'm going to put right here where I had a swoop of them. So now the swoop will be a little bit more, will be, you know, a little bit more condensed. I have to move one of them over, and then I'm going to, so I just have to rearrange a couple to get these two in the ground so that they're all equally spaced. And it's going to look really nice when I'm done. So, all right, they've already bloomed once this spring. These are the reblooming kind, so we should get another bloom in the summer and possibly another one in the fall. So hopefully they bounce back after I transplant them here. Okay. this is the last thing we're gonna do today. I'm starting to get a migraine headache, so I need to stop and go inside and get some rest. But this is the Gaura that I dug up, the pink Gaura that I dug up from over in front of my window where I just painted the white one. I am going to dig out these dead ones and just transplant that one over here, and we'll put the other pink ones here another day, the brand new ones. While I'm at it, I might as well dig these up and plant the other 3 Gauras. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It won't take me any time. All right. So this is the pink Gaura. It's Monrovia also, but this is called the graceful pink Gaura. And this is full sun. It's a perennial. It maturity size is 12 to 18 inches high, about 12 to 18 inches wide. Although, now what I had last year was not this variety, but it got much bigger than that. So I don't know what this one will do, but we'll see. And actually, I have 4 of them to plant, but they're tiny quart size, so it shouldn't take long at all. Here. So I'm gonna dig this one back out and put a newer one here, and we're gonna move this back closer to the fence. Alright, we're gonna start right here with what we have done. We only had 4 azaleas right here in this swoop before. Now we have 6, and then we have one in each rock bed, one here and one on the other side of the rock bed over there. So we dug out 2 from over on the other side of my house and planted them here, and we had to dig up a couple more here and move them over just so that they were kind of evenly spaced in this little swoop. So those are the fuchsia carpet azaleas, and they are reblooming. They've already bloomed for the spring. We should have a summer and a fall bloom. So I fertilized them all, I watered them in, and they should do good. All right, let's head over to the Gaura. So this is my corner flower bed. What we did here was, so earlier in the spring where I had the pink Gaura like all up in here, and then they were like all planted too close together and they all grew really big, and so I said I was going to dig them up and put them behind the globe arborvitaes. Well, I dug them up and tried to plant them, but they all died. Everything that I planted here died. So I had to buy more. I bought 4 more, and then these are the pink. It has dark foliage, so it's hard to tell, but that's the graceful pink Gaura Monrovia. That's one there. That's one there. And then there's the 4th one right there. And then one of the ones that I dug up and had planted somewhere else, this is the only one that lived. So I put it back there between my 2 poles go closer to the fence line. And now let's head over to the new garden bed. Here we are, guys. Well, this is not a new garden bed, but it's newly planted, just about everything. This is where I dug up the 2 azaleas. It was unfinished. I didn't know it quite what I wanted to do with this garden bed because I knew I was going to do the water barrel here, but I finally figured it out. We have the 2 huckster amethysts, one there and one there. And then I found these apricot drift roses, one on each side of the butterfly huckster amethyst. This one doesn't have any blooms on it, so it's hard to tell, but they got a lot of buds coming. You see all those buds? So it's a peachy apricot color that like blooms that light pinkish color, and then it turns into more of a, see, it starts off like that, kind of like a apricot orangey, and then I think it blooms into this light pink, and then it eventually turns into a lighter pink, pinkish white before it dies off, and it's a spent bloom. And then that mixed with the amethyst, the lavender pink of the amethyst, I think is going to be perfect. I have not seen my sugar tips bloom yet. This is my first full season with it. I planted these last fall after it had already bloomed, so we shall see. But I am loving the variegated foliage. I mean, like, look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. It's so pretty. I need to get down here and limb it up because this is a tree, so I need to limb up all of this growth off of the trunks of the trees. But yeah, guys, another evening after work, another small project done in the garden. Bit by bit, we're getting it done. Still have a lot to do, a lot to go. These patios are driving me crazy. I cannot get this dirt to dry out so that we can level it. but we're not going to start talking about that in this video. I'm happy with what I got done this evening. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me in my journey to turning my backyard into an oasis, or my home into my outdoor living into an oasis. And with that, thank you. Whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it. Bye, friends.